Hey, good morning. Hi, I'm Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. And I'm going to just go around and let folks introduce themselves while I fix my background that I've been sitting here for 20 minutes and didn't notice. um, Pooja, who are you?
Oh, I am Pooja, and I am playing Sumak. Little known fact that her real name is Shafali, who is trying to save her one person that she cares about while also being real worried about what's happening with the other person that she cares about. Please, y'all, stop getting into these situations. It's very stressful.
We will not.
I hope this comes. Oh, it doesn't show up that well. In the actual Zoom window, my background is right next to Pooja's background, and it makes sort of like a space Earth butt. And
So on my Zoom, that's currently happening between us as well. So
yeah,
I guess the
awesome.
planets just make Zoom butts.
Yeah, I'm real happy about that. Butts are funny.
Zoom butts, the new workout craze for 2021.
Planetary Zoom butts. It's the best Zoom butt.
I imagine Zoom butt is actually the thing you get from sitting in front of Zoom all day.
Yeah, I buy that.
There's definitely a Uranus joke somewhere in here.
There is now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to find it. Okay, so Blythe, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Blythe. I'm playing Noir, aka Natalia, the legacy, who is possibly in a little bit of trouble, but she saved one of the people she cares about, so it's fine.
And Joey.
Hey, I'm Joey. I am playing Sylvan, the Fey outsider, who might have been the one to get into trouble. It's probably fine. It's probably okay. Speaking of, it's probably okay.
He said the name of the channel.
It's probably okay's birthday.
Yay!
Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday!
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
But yeah, so I am in trouble. Molly, you're in danger, girl. I'm also big now, I think. I don't remember. I didn't do the reading.
Yep. 8 feet tall in a 6 foot space.
Sick. Not my nickname in high school.
Like, how did you become our Ant-Man in this moment? Like, how did that happen?
Bad rolls.
And radical shapeshifting. He became a negative leprechaun. I mean, the Fae have trolls.
I've been watching so much Marvel lately, so my brain is all like Civil War, Marvel, Bucky Barnes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we'll get... Well, I guess that's sort of a spoiler for yesterday, so never mind. I will talk about that later.
I have seen it, so you can talk about it with me.
Great. Dave.
Hi, I'm Kadave, and I'm playing Eric Alders, aka the Alchemist, and I'm probably responsible for the trouble.
Probably? Probably. Yeah. Okay.
I'm partially responsible for the trouble, but I'm not the one that is actively causing the trouble. I just facilitated the trouble.
Yes.
I'm like a trouble midwife.
Some people would call that an enabler.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Or an accessory, depending
yeah.
on where you're standing.
Aiding and abetting. Yeah. Okay. So, we last time we saw Eric's introduction to the school. He's famously just gotten out of juvenile hall for having gotten swept up in a bit of a crime before as a even younger hero, and is okay, Clipper Rob. That's very good, which is painful for me to say. It's hard for me to compliment Rob, but that is very good. Dave isn't a talker, he's a doula. Oh God. I wish I had not told Rob that I liked that. I don't want him to feel any like happiness or joy. Like that's not our relationship. Okay, so Eric was introduced to the school, and it was asked by Noir's character. Wait, what's Noir's name?
Natalia? I
No.
think?
Natalia.
Yeah, Natalia was
Hey, I
asked
got
by
one.
Principal Madrox to show Eric around. Everybody knows who Eric is, and everyone knows who Natalia is. They're both famous in the supers community. Eric is famously just out of kid jail, and actually, I don't mean to belittle juvenile hall. My family's had some experience with that, and it's no joke. So, but in Halcyon City, our jails are much more about rehabilitation, and our cops don't carry guns. So we can do better. And Natalia is just famous as a part of a legendary superhero family. So although her parents also broke bad. So them going around school together, everyone knows that they're supers. They also have to go to school, and so they're like famous people going to public school, and that's the vibe. Pretty soon, Eric got a call from one of his nefarious contacts, asking him to help arrange. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Got a call from his contact, said somebody needs to break through the force field at PS 238 in Halcyon City. And Eric arranged a fake phone call to the office, a kid coming in late from dentist appointment, and they would let the force field down for this kid to come in late to school. Happens all the time. You just usually can't predict right when it's going to happen. And thereby allowed a thief to slip through the barrier and enter into the basement of the school. We didn't know all that was happening initially, but through the course of it, Sylvan had detected that some sort of bargain had been struck and that it was going to affect everyone at school. It's a big deal. We had a fair amount of running around and deciding what to do, and then we ended up, I believe Sylvan flushed himself down a toilet, I think is...
air duct.
Yeah, so flushed himself down a toilet.
Sure.
And...
Yeah, why not? With the way I was rolling, I deserve that. So that's fair.
No, air duct is fine. And went ahead because he could get to the basement the fastest because he could shrink down. So he and came out in the basement. It seemed like things were sort of okay until a man shot out of the concrete floor, sort of phasing through it. Like the floor went like to soft sand around him and then it re-hardened as he passed through. So he's not like a shadow cat kind of person. He's a earthbender, I guess. Everything was great until the Earth Nation. I don't know. The Earth Nation seems a lot more like they're just going to get high and go out to the farm. And that's...
Well, I mean, they have nothing to worry about. There is no war in Bossing Say.
Right.
I was about to say it.
Just
do it, Joey.
It's just think of the cabbages.
Yeah.
Just think of the cabbages. Well, one thing you kind of forgot, everything was fine, except for the weird orichalcum heart that was somehow powering everything.
Well, yeah, you went out and discovered a anatomically correct heart made of the Fey magical metal orichalcum, which is an actual like real world mythology thing that is fascinated me forever. But it is it's much bigger than a human heart. I think it said it was like a little bigger than basketball. And it is in a bell jar, right? So it's like a metal platform with a glass bell over it, and it's just floating in there and pumping. And there are some wires that are hooked up to like the glass but there's no like connector. It's complete nonsense. And the probably the biggest reveal was Sylvan was able to detect that this item was the product of a wish. It was the outcome of somebody's wish was granted, and that but I'm in danger. Yeah, I didn't see that at first. That's good. Hey, Blue Troller. Oh, welcome. This is great. Hey. All right. So Sylvan gets tackled by, it turns out, Boulette Argent. Argent? How do you say argent in French?
Like, I mean, the word argent is just argent, but that just means money, I think.
I think it's silver.
Yeah.
Right?
It was
I'm
like,
almost positive it's silver.
Boulette
To the
Argent.
Google.
yeah, argent is money.
Okay. In
was
English,
like-
argent is like silver or bright or like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's
It
probably a
means both.
relation for a reason there.
Yeah.
Money, silver.
yeah. I'll go with argent. Boulette Argent, the famous villain, it is known as like a soft touch, almost cat burglar kind of person, in spite of the fact of like he's 6'6" and just built like a truck. So he doesn't look like your, sort of Catwoman type sneaky burglar, but he zips out of the floor, tackles Sylvan, has him in a hold, and then the rest of you manage to get downstairs. There was, I think there was a bit of back and forth. I'm a little hazy on some of those details. Can anyone fill in other stuff that was happening? I think we were getting ready to get Sylvan out of his grasp, but
I attacked whoever was grappling with Sylvan and got that away.
Yeah.
I-
that would
His
be Bullet.
attention.
Yeah.
I took something from him, and that was taking him out of taking Sylvan out of his grasp.
Don't remember that was before or after I tried to shapeshift myself to get out of his grasp and became
That was after.
humongous. Okay.
You were humongous already, so you're.
I thought the humongousness came from the blast from the heart.
That's what it was. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Because like the heart blasted you, and instead of becoming small, you became ginormous. And then we arrived, and Noir tackled Belay and kept his attention on her to keep it off of you. But like the heart is pouring energy into you.
Right.
So I called up a shield over you to protect you from what seems like a bad thing that is happening to you right now. And the alchemist kind of sent out his senses to see what was going on with the heart and discovered that he might be able to manipulate the orichalcum.
Oh yeah,
Or
right.
at least part of it, yeah.
Yeah. So the scene as it is now is Boulette is facing off with the four of you. I think Sylvan is sort of incidentally between Boulette and the heart, just because Sylvan is in a quarter of the room, like just hunched over and trying to be 2 feet too tall. And the rest of you had the other three of you are kind of down, having just come out of the doorway from the stairwell. I can't talk today. The telltale heart. Yeah, that's good too. I like that. This is good. Our chat is very good. So yeah, I'm kind of picturing the other three of you kind of fanned out, having come out of that doorway. Then there's Boulette, then there's Sylvan, and at the far end of the room and hooked up into the wall with all these cables coming out of it is the heart. The other three of you don't really have any like Fey awareness specifically, right? Okay.
No.
Yeah, like Nora, your shadow powers aren't from like magic. It's just like superhero shit, right?
I would probably say it's more akin to mutants than
Yeah.
than like magic.
Great. Yep.
I don't know. I hadn't thought about how I got this.
How do you
Shadow
wish
Realm.
Orichalca mitochondria? No. Orichalca midichlorians. That's
Nope.
Next card.
I just made so many people angry all at once. It's like my favorite meme is the
What
I
if it's
think it's
Orichalca Mandalorians?
yes.
please.
Oh, Orichalca Mandalorian armor, yes. But my favorite is the I think it's Patrick Stewart sitting in front of the Millennium Falcon, and it's
Like, I'm a wizard, Harry.
yeah,
Or whatever.
and, yeah, and it's just like everything is wrong. I
Those
love
memes
that
hurt
shit.
me on a deep, deep level. They just salt in the wound.
I know, that's why I like it. I'm not a good person. Okay. So that being a bit of our freeze frame, there's also the I think I'm just going to give this for Eric's awareness. You know, the shield was down, and in this time frame, 5 minutes takes a long time, right? Like they let the field down for like 5 minutes to make sure the person can come in, drop off their kid. Oh, actually, it can go back up because you can leave. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a one-way shield. So that's actually not a pressure point. I was going to say like, oh, if he gets trapped in here, blah, blah, blah. But we already established that you can go out of the shield for, you know, emergencies or whatever, but it's a one-way barrier. So then the question is, what do we do? Boulette is looking like he's probably going to charge Eric because Eric is between him and what he wants and is less concerned with the three kids who just came out the door.
So
Oh,
who am
wait.
I? Whose attention do I have?
He's going to
mean-
charge me, or he's going to charge Sylvan?
Oh, Sylvan, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to charge
Okay.
Sylvan. And it's just the four of you and Boulette in the room here, Blythe. So Boulette is, all of his attention is focused on Sylvan right now.
Well, because that was the last thing I did was I took the Ollie attention. That was like the thing I did.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah,
Okay.
then he gets turned around and is facing you and by proxy the three of you who have just come out the door, and his back is to Sylvan. He's probably less worried about Sylvan because Sylvan looks like he's like, you know, jammed into a glass box of emotion. And maybe we should start with Noir. Noir, what are you doing?
Well,
Holy
I'm gonna,
moly, Micah! Thank you for these 5
Hey, buddy.
gift subs. That is so
So-
kind. Oh my
Thank
gosh!
you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's
Aw,
very
happy
kind.
birthday.
Thank you so much. Oh, that is a very sweet birthday present. Thank you. Okay, so Noir, what are you up to?
I am going to try and like pin him down. I want to like get him kind of out of the way so that we can deal with whatever the heck is going on with the heart.
Okay, so that sounds like it's going to be a directly engaged, because one of those options is to take something, and I would say you're taking his freedom of movement. I think that's essentially what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, which is I guess a directly engaged threat.
Yeah.
Ah, no, shit. Sorry, I just closed something I wasn't supposed to close.
Oopsie. So yeah, you're just gonna roll danger. Danger.
Well-
What's up,
I mean,
Danger?
it's my move, my legacy move that allows me to not roll danger.
Oh right, you roll savior, but you can't impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah,
Love that move.
Yep.
Ugh.
it's so good. I honestly like if you're playing a legacy, I don't know why you wouldn't take it.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, I can roll savior. Finally found my dice after months of being moved into a place.
Yep.
Oh, hello there. That is an 11.
That's very
And
good. You get 2 things. So one of them is take something from him, and you wanted to just sort of like pin him in place.
yeah, I want to get him out of the way, so I'm going to keep him pinned in place.
Okay,
And then I will create an opportunity for my allies.
okay. So what does this pinning look like? Are they like shadow tendrils, or what? How are you holding him in place?
That's what I would. She would like knock him over, like use her force as like a person first, knock him down, and then like use the shadows to kind of hold him down.
Oh, so she'll like get in there physically and like attack,
Yeah.
and then shadow binds. Okay.
Yeah. But that to make it not an unleash your powers roll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything is using your powers. It's just if you're trying to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses, then it's going to be unleash your powers.
Kind of attack versus utility.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets in there, attacks him, and then holds him down with the shadow tendrils to just keep him out of the way for a second, so that they can deal with the bigger threat in the room.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll consider him out of the way for the moment. Sumac, Sylvan, let's go to one of you next. We're gonna go to Eric last, Sumac or Eric. Sylvan's gonna go last because he is too big.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go?
You have an idea? I can.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to try and mess around with the heart. Like, I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm intrigued because I've never seen this thing before.
Matter of the heart can be tricky.
Yes.
Well, the groove is in the heart.
Yes. Yeah.
It probably has some, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you do have to get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. This is just going to be endless, and I love it. I'm not sad, and I'm not sorry.
I've got one more in the chamber.
Okay.
Well, that was it. That was the one I had in the chamber.
Yeah.
Heart chamber. You know, it's a.
At least you
I
made
was
that
gonna-
shot to the heart count.
Yeah.
And you're to blame.
What? You're giving puns a bad name.
Oh, this is good. This is all very, very good. This is gold. Some TV executive needs to sign us up to be famous. I don't know what we would be. Oh God.
There are people who just write puns for Bob's Burgers and Mike Shore. So
I want that job.
Yep.
Hire me. I am very good at this.
I think a good place person's job was just to make food puns.
All right. So, Eric, what do you want to do to the heart? Like, what is your imagined goal?
Like, I want to, I don't know, see if I can control it, maybe? Like, is it still blasting out ray of energy?
No, that was a burst of energy that happened, I think partly because Sylvan had a bad roll to read it or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what
Okay.
the bad roll was to do, but I know it was ugly. It was like a 4.
I think you
Right,
were
right,
trying
right.
to get a close read on it, and it was like, nope, and just blasted you with Fey beam, phaser beams.
Phaser beams. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, like, I want to see if I can maybe harness the energy of it. Like,
Definitely.
yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I think, like, given the fact that I felt like, oh, hey, what is this? I've never felt this material before, but it feels really close to something I can mess around with. Like, what?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to try and do that.
All right. Cool. Let's so it sounds like you are let's see. So you want to take control of it. I'm going to sort of call that a combo reshape environment, extend your senses. So we are unleashing your powers because you're not trying to like damage it
No,
or
yeah.
do that to it or comfort or support or yeah.
Oh, I feel better, Heart. You're okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
Walk it off.
let's roll freak.
All right. Here we go. That's a 6.
Okay. Now, so according to my notes, we still have 2 team left. If there is a way, if anyone can imagine how you might be able to aid this action, I'm open to hearing it. This is an odd one to be able to help because nobody else has like gold manipulating powers.
We'll
Well,
just send good vibes.
Well, and
Yeah.
also, Eric, what
Good
does
luck.
it look like as you're doing this? Are you like,
I think it's more like I'm like, doing like the reach out, like kind of like, what is this?
okay,
I think as I came into the room and I sensed it, everybody probably saw me like just focus on it because
Sure.
it's fascinating.
okay.
Probably not too helpful for like the fact that there's a fight going on or whatever, but I'm just like, ooh, shiny.
Noir
Yep.
seems to have that on lockdown
Hmm.
because she's badass.
All right, so it sounds like the 6 is going to have to stand.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Okay.
Like, it might be exciting times, but what the heck?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
So,
trying to think of a way I could help, but I feel like I already helped you figure out like the extend your senses part last time with the only thing I knew about it.
all right. So there is something's going to happen. Let's see. What order do I want to explain this in? First, roll take a powerful blow.
All right.
But depending on what you get, I'm probably going to choose for you.
So I got 6.
Oh, good. Okay. So, that's a very different.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I got a 7.
Oh, that's not good.
I forgot because I had a condition.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to cheat and say it's a 6?
No,
Okay.
I'm
All
trying
right.
to play legit. 'Cause let's see where the story takes us.
All right. So I'm actually going to let you choose either the first one or the third one under the 7 to 9. Do you have that in front of you? It's
Yeah.
you either lash out or you struggle past and mark 2 more conditions. And then I'm going to tell you what happens.
I think I'm gonna mark 2 more conditions
Okay.
because
Yeah,
I don't
Those
think that
being
there's.
heart conditions.
Yes.
So I'm gonna add afraid. And probably insecure,
Okay. Great.
unless you want me to do like a more. Is it more of a physical thing that's happening to me, or is it like a?
Well, no, it's a combination of things. So here's what happens. You try to reach out and sense and detect like what part of this can I manipulate? And you do, all of you see Eric focuses on the heart, and the heart kind of ripples. Remember I described it as being composed of like several bands of whatever that metal is. So it looks kind of like banded armor. But obviously metallic and pulsing. So flexible, metallic, or like how Colossus is organic metal. It's that type of thing. But Eric, you try to reach out and connect to this thing, and the thing that you realize, and because you actually got a hit, which is bad, and take a powerful blow, it's good in that you're going to get some information, right? So you reach out and you realize that your powers don't work the way you thought they did. You know you can manipulate gold and lead, but it turns out you also can manipulate mercury and copper, which maybe you hadn't tried, maybe it hadn't occurred to you, maybe it was so much fun to manipulate gold, you just were like, sweet, I can mess around with gold. But those are the 4 components that go into making up orichalcum, and being able to manipulate all 4 of them together is a pretty unique ability, and as you reach out to sense this thing, you also get a blast of light, but instead of it like hitting you or doing something horrible to you, it just is like this like pencil thin laser beam into the middle of your forehead that is not damaging you. It's not like an actual laser beam. It's just a beam of light that is just like drilling knowledge into your brain of like you're getting the equations meme, you know, of like
Sure.
all the oh god, almost didn't mute in time to sneeze. Yeah, you're getting all of these like elemental equation, you know, molecular measurements, all this kind of stuff, and seeing how yeah. Oh, is it like did anyone else make it through Battlefield Earth?
Sure.
Yeah. Isn't that how they like got information into him? Was like the knowledge
pull.
ray?
What a pull.
Yeah.
Scientology
okay.
movie?
It's
Wasn't that what that
it's very bad. Yeah. The
never
book
seen
was like passable, but yeah.
Oh wait, was it a book by L. Ron Hubbard first?
No, I don't think it was L. Ron Hubbard. It was
I'm just guessing at this point.
we thought it was a Scientology movie because Travolta was in it. But the book, oh god, now I'm gonna Google Battlefield Earth.
I'm Googling it now. It is by L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it had some fun concepts in it. But yeah, okay. So yeah, you get some knowledge blasted into your brain, and for certain definitions of passable, yeah. And I wouldn't say like it's not like you are related to the Fae or that there's something there, but just as an element, it seems like orichalcum itself is something that should be on the periodic table, and you understand it in a very different way now. So,
Or is it more like my power is actually to manipulate that, and then the other things are
yeah, they're
sub
ancillary.
powers of it?
Yeah, those are the pillars that make up your power with those powers combined,
Oh. And I found the heart.
your Calcum planet. Finally get to the heart of the matter. Did we do that one yet? I don't think so.
Twice.
Okay, so it's I think that Eric is gonna leave you reeling for a minute. That I mean, it was a 6- on your roll, so
I think I probably even like take a knee, you know, like kind of stumble
and I think the beam is probably still trained on your head, so everyone can act accordingly if you want to. It's shooting past Sylvan, past Bullet, and hits Eric in the head, and Eric like drops to a knee. It's not, the beam isn't like pushing him back or burning him or anything. There's no like apparent damage, you know, but there's a lot going on there.
It's probably pretty bright in the room though, because my forehead is very shiny.
Oh yeah, good. Okay, so how about Sumac?
I think I'm gonna. This is freaking me out. All these like weird heart rays. So I'm going to. I think I'm gonna spend 2 burn to overcharge, so that I can use. So that I can both retcon what this room was used for in the past, like prior to it being the heart of brightness storage.
I just got that.
and use that to my advantage, if you don't mind. That before whoever made this wish, someone stored like extra gardening supplies and stuff down here.
Yeah, there's probably all kinds of like odds and ends, desks and chairs, and
And some
gardening
of the
supplies.
stuff that used to get stored down here was bags of seeds and like little packets of seeds and stuff
Sure.
like that.
Yep.
So I'm going to use my overcharge to make them grow
Okay.
and create kind of like
And
picture, if
overcharge
you will,
means you got a 10 plus on your unleash your
unleash
powers.
my powers.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. So
Pupper.
Sorry.
I can overcome an obstacle, reshape my environment, or extend my senses. And so on a 10 plus, obviously, I succeed in that. And I want to use those seeds to kind of like, you know how when during Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent is like, this is going to all be horrifically thorny
Oh, yeah.
castle now.
Yeah.
Except instead of horrifically thorny, it's like everything has giant leaves, and I want to try to block off this bell jar
Okay.
as much as possible.
Okay.
Like straight up, you know, the rose in the bell jar from Beauty and the Beast. I'm mixing my Disney metaphors. I'm not even sorry about it.
Lean into it. Disney is one giant mixed metaphor.
But like, and have the vines and plants grow up to like create. It's gonna be a greenhouse.
Yep. Okay. I like that.
Except the
So
literal
yeah,
version.
the plants burst to life. They crack the concrete floor for the roots to find purchase, and the walls as well, because this whole thing's underground, right? Yeah, the room just fills with leafy branches that I say probably don't entirely prevent movement, but really make it hard to see from end to end. And so Noir, you're basically in combat with Boulette, so you two can see each other, but everyone else is cut off from view of each other. And Eric, the beam of light is cut off from the heart, and you. I'm gonna just have you like drop the rest of the way to the floor if that's okay with you. Like your strings are cut. You're not unconscious, but is that okay, Dave?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. So Eric just like and let's finally get to Sylvan.
Hey, I want to be my normal size again.
Interesting choice. Okay, that's fine.
I've tried being a giant. Don't care for it. So I'm going to, I guess, unleash my powers. To radical shapeshift.
Normally I wouldn't
overcome
have
it?
you roll to like switch off your powers, but because this was a product of a 6- result,
Oh yeah, for sure.
we'll roll that. But that's not going to be your whole turn, right? You can do other stuff too. We just need to see if you get control of your powers. So yeah, let's roll it.
All right, let's hope I roll better than I did last night. Come on, dice.
I mean, it couldn't roll worse.
Well, that is a 6 on the dice, but it's freak, so that's an 8 total. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank God.
Okay, so yeah, on a 7 and 9, mark a condition, or I'll tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
I'm gonna let you tell me how the effect is unstable or temporary because I have 2 conditions already.
Yeah.
And take a powerful blow is not cute.
No, it's not. Okay, so you pull yourself down to size, but you can feel it's like your body now thinks the 8-foot version of you is the normal version. and so it's like your arm will swell up and you're like, no. One leg is, like you're in constant flux, but you're under control until you're not. And so
Sure.
I'll mess with you later.
I love it.
What else do you want to do with this
Well-
as you essentially get yourself under control?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sumak's got the thing guarded, so that's good, and Noir seems to have a good handle on Boulay. I think I want to try to see if I can use my Fayness to figure out what I can about this wish. Like, who made this wish? Who granted this wish? What did they pay for this wish? Like, trying to read the Fey red tape, if you will. The red cap tape.
Yeah, okay, so I'm open to either unleash your powers to extend your senses or assess the situation.
What's superior? What does my superior look like? Let's go with the better of the two.
I would encourage you to do so.
Yeah.
Although, check to see which of your minuses applies as well.
Oh, that is a good call. Thank you. Well, actually, neither of my minuses apply, and my freak and superior are the same. So,
okay.
Yeah, let's assess the situation. Let's do that one.
Got it.
Well, that's a 5 on the dice with 2, so it's a 7.
Okay, you get to ask one question.
Oh, good.
And you can wiggle those questions a little bit too.
Okay. What here can I use to what here can I use to identify the wish granter? Like, is there a signature? Is there an essence that I'm picking up off of the wish itself? Like, is there a wish fingerprint, more or less? Or even like a vague, like, is it Seelie versus unseelie? Was it Fey? Was it
the wish granter?
Yeah, the wish
or the
granter.
wisher.
Well, I don't know if I can get the wisher unless I can toss a coin to my wisher.
Well, you tell me which one.
Oh yeah, I would prefer to know the wisher because I think I'd rather deal with the wisher than the wish granter.
Sure. Okay. So
you definitely don't want to deal with the wishmaster.
Yeah.
So you can't really get their identity. You know that the person who made the wish is not Fae, which Fae don't really grant wishes to Fae anyway. They do deals with each other. Right. Wishes are for non-Fae because they're horrible. The confusing thing is it seems like the person who made the wish is nearby, but is in 17 different places above you. So that's, hope they're not like all chopped up. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
And also a tone break for this type of game. So, it's probably not that.
Yeah. Yeah. If only I could think of someone who could be in 17 places at once.
Yes, there's definitely not a person who decided to, who regularly splits themselves into many, many places, and also
it's hard to
gives us
imagine,
weird
really.
Assignments and then checks up on us in weird places all the time. In opportune moments.
Tell us how you really feel, Sumak.
So Sylvan, do you want to do anything with that information?
Not at the moment. I mean, that's kind of all I got at the moment until something else happens. Like, he's kind of seeing what's going to happen first. Like, is Boulay going to break out, or is something at the heart going to happen? So he's kind of like taking this time to gather his thoughts while he's waiting for the next event to trigger.
Okay. So just as a GM move here, Boulette rips free from some of the shadow bonds and it is trying to rush past you, Noir. So I'm going to give you a choice. You can either mark one condition or roll on take a powerful blow and potentially get none.
Okay, well, hold on. So I am going to never give up, never surrender.
Yeah, he is more powerful than you, technically.
Yeah. If I can, that's what I'm going to do.
His chest.
What's that?
You mean the dude who had a tank thrown at his chest
Yeah.
and shrugged it off?
No.
Yeah.
That is a math. That's an 8. So I still take a condition, but I get other things.
Well, oh, right, because your list is different. Yeah, okay.
I'm already angry. So I'll figure that out in a second. I'll be a little bit insecure. I'll be angry and insecure.
Yeah, especially if this guy is just like ripping free of your shadow bonds, that is gonna have you doubt yourself a little bit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, like I fought more powerful guys than you, and you're not, and that didn't stay. So I will.
Oh.
I only get to.
Hold on,
choose
before you
one.
decide, I want to give you the information that he, like, as he's struggling with it, you can see some of his, like, silver jewel, like his silver watch and cufflinks or thing. Like, he's using them on purpose, and they are, like, ripping through the shadow bonds. Like, he's using that specifically as a tool to break out of that.
Okay, so I am going to use this to take an opportunity against him
Okay?
and go for that silver.
Okay. I mean, he's got a bunch of it, but, like, his watch would probably be the biggest get for now.
I'm gonna go for what's on his wrist that's breaking shit. Because
Yep.
I'm like, you know.
Okay. So, yeah, let's have you, how does that move describe it?
It just says you get an opportunity or opening against your attacker.
Oh, yeah, an opening. Okay, so then I'm just going to let you go ahead and add a directly engage a threat to try to take something from it.
Fight that good fight, yo. Okay, that's actually, these dice are not being terrible to me today.
Yeah, they'll probably always stay good and never roll badly.
That's a 9.
Okay. Now, this is something that would be pretty easy for, let's say, Sumac, or maybe Eric's a little distracted, but I could imagine the two of you helping in some way. Sylvan, you're on the other side of him, and so probably not able to be super helpful unless you think you could see what Noir is doing.
Probably not. I'm kind of lost in thought
Okay.
for the moment.
Well, I would definitely say that, like, anything I could do to... You're using your shadows to try to grab the thing, right?
I'm using the shadows to try and hold him down, and then I'm going at him for his silver now because I'm realizing he's breaking through my shit and I don't like it.
Sure.
Well,
If you have a way to help hold him down,
I could send a vine over to attempt to additionally restrain him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because then we could spend a team and get it to a 10+.
Okay.
Which, All right, so we have one team left in the pool. And your directly engage a threat as a 10+, so you get to pick 2 things. I assume you'd like to take something from them.
Yep.
You get his big chunky silver watch. It looks like one of those, 5-pound watches that big dudes, that like basketball players wear, because a little watch would look weird on somebody that big. So yeah, you snake this watch off, and part of what happens before you decide the second thing is you get this off, and in your hands, it's like burning, and the aid from Sumac is that the vine is able to slip through the watch. It's the kind of watch where you like unbuckle it, and it's still a contiguous chain, like it's the metal links. Mm-hmm. So it like unsnaps, but it's still together, and the branch like slips through there and gets it away from you because you have like not actual burns, but like hot, like if you put your hand into really hot water real quick, you're like, ooh, ouch. That's what that watch feels like to you.
Okay. And then I'm going to basically re-restrain him and create another opening for my allies if they want to get him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You definitely have the opportunity. Just more shadow bands shoot out, and you're he is still struggling and like trying to find ways to snap, and he'll like break one and then two more come up and grab him, and he's not stopped entirely, but yeah, you definitely have him at a disadvantage. Who would like to do a thing? Let me check in with Sumac first, or possibly Eric, because whoever attacks him next is going to roll with advantage. And I'm not sure Sylvan maybe too. It just depends on who's going to go after him. Sumac, you're already sort of helping with Noir's fight, so maybe we should go to you. And do you want to directly engage a threat? Were you thinking something else?
I think kind of wondering, like, if now that I know, are there other like pieces of silver, like larger pieces that he has on him that would be, because I know we had talked about the buttons on his suit are silver.
Mm-hmm. His cufflinks, his tie pin. Yeah.
And now that I know that these pieces have like an adverse effect on Noir, I definitely want to try to go after those more.
Okay.
Than attacking him specifically.
Yeah. The directly engage a threat has take something from them, so I think we would want to just double down on that. And yeah, let's roll plus danger.
Sweet. That is an 8 on the dice, so that makes it a 9.
Okay, great. We do have one team left.
Actually, before we do that, Noir, will this impress you if I'm able to get all the silver off of him?
Obviously.
And that makes it a 10.
Oh, really? How does that work?
I have Bull's Heart. So if I have +1 ongoing to any action that impresses my love or frustrates my rival.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like that. Okay, so 10 plus. Yeah. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. It doesn't normally work this way, but if you want to take something from them twice and use both of your actions, you'll have stripped all, like, maybe not every single piece, but like all of the immediately available useful pieces of silver that you could find.
Yes.
Okay.
I got to do like I like to think of it as like these vines come up and they're kind of have those little, like if you look at vines like on beans when they grow up, and they have these little tendrils that come out to like grab onto the trellis.
Yeah.
That is what is happening to him, except all the little tiny little things are like snaking his buttons, and they undid his cufflinks.
Yeah.
And like if he has a necklace on, it takes that off, and it's cute but also really creepy.
Yeah, and I think part of his, like, what actually helps you do this is he's freaked out by it and is like jerking away from the branches that he thinks are trying to grab him, and he assists in like ripping off this stuff from like, yeah, he did have a chain on, he had all kinds of stuff. You even grab the like the money clip from inside his tuxedo jacket, which is just like a big thick piece of like folded over piece of silver, this pure silver. And Noir, you could smell the silver of that money clip going past you, of like, oh wow. I don't know if Noir has a weakness to silver, but whatever this guy has is a special kind of silver or something that for some reason is you're noticing it more, Noir.
I'm a vampire, no, or a werewolf. Which one's silver? I got my lore wrong.
A wereshadow.
No, actually, no. Silver's a problem for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Noir is like, damn, I'm feeling insecure right now, but my girl just impressed me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That should definitely be a boon. And I think on top of that, in trying to impress Sumac, I would also allow a comfort or support roll if you wanted to roll mundane.
Cool.
I mean, it runs the risk of missing as well, but it's up to you.
I'm at a -1 mundane, but I want to try.
Blushing. I mean, Dracula's basically a were-vampire, Dork Lord Canada.
I mean, true.
Sorry. I like vampires.
I should not have tried. I'm sorry. I'm making it worse.
Oh, I like this. What happened?
I rolled a 6. So I get a thread because it was double 3s.
Yeah, okay. Enjoy your thread.
I'm so bad at words. I'm gonna go with that instead of let's look at this move real quick and that basically I'm like attempting to support you and be like, this is so cool, look, like you'll be fine, and also like, I mean, don't worry about Sylvan. I know he looks like he, you know, got hit by a beam from a giant unliving heart and like just like word vomit comes out.
Yeah,
like,
less helpful. Yeah.
And the longer I talk about it, the less helpful it gets.
Noir was like, I am really impressed by you, but is also like, I don't feel better by what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just remembered that Sylvan is still in trouble, and I'm just trying to hold this guy
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, and
I'm
I don't know-
fine.
and I don't know
Giant
what's
lip,
happening.
giant eye.
I don't know what's happening with Eric. He seems to have passed out or not passed out, but like he might be in a coma. I don't know.
That's
Like,
a good
it just
cue.
keeps going.
Let's check in with Eric. Eric, what is happening with Eric?
I think Eric's gonna stand up
Mm-hmm.
and I think I want to hit Boule with the heart.
Oh, like just wing the heart across the room at him?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would smash through the glass that it's under.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Because I think I understand this thing a little better now, and
Sure.
I should be able to move it around. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be like whack.
Okay, so we'll still call that directly engage a threat, because you're trying to do damage. We've had 2 successful directly engage a threats, right? Am I counting that correctly?
I think so?
Yeah, Noir and Sumac.
I believe so.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because the villain does take a condition anytime you get a success, a hit on that.
I got you. Oh, but I'm -2 plus. Okay, so I got a 9.
On directly engage?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one do you want to pick? Because he's also going to try to counterattack, right? In spite of his, very busy moment here. So you could resist or avoid his blows. You could take something, create an opportunity. Impress, surprise, or frighten is an option on the table here because this is not something he expected to have happen.
I think I want to go with impress.
Okay.
Because it has now put the heart in his possession.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That did not escape my notice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Okay. So what is that? Do you just gesture? Do you what is this?
Yeah, I think
look
I kind of do the slow struggle up. I feel like when he's all kind of plated up, he moves with a weight.
Uh-huh.
To his physicality, just kind of pushes himself up off the floor and then does the force grab, for lack of a better term, and
sure,
kind of swipes it across the room.
Yeah,
to hit him. But I didn't pull the hit. I want to be clear.
Sure, no. He takes a condition from that. You also are gonna take a powerful blow. Not technically from him, but from the situation. And,
sure.
And then we'll see how bad it goes.
Wait, the situation is here?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna get real bad.
Yeah, Rob, force grab is what Spock did to Harry Potter in that scene where they had to make the Kessel Run.
It was right before Gandalf stood strong.
Yes.
Okay. So I got an 11.
Oh, okay. That's, well,
That's a thing.
it's not great, Dan.
Mhm.
So is there an option there that appeals to you?
I think option 1 or 2 I would go with. And
Okay.
it's kind of up to you. I'm fine with either way. Like option 1 would be like I managed to do this, but like just interacting with the substance properly for the first time, I lose it and like collapse.
Yeah, I think I like losing control more than having you pass out. I
Okay.
kind of want to have you still be an active participant.
Sure.
So the here, and this is just, everyone should be aware of what's happening here. We hear the glass shatter, and it shatters not with the sound of glass, but like a bell tolling, like a bell tower, and it's like you are in the bell tower as somebody is yanking the rope, and you are right next to the bell. All right, because again, this room is the size of, like, it's smaller than a classroom, right? You're in this fairly tight space. But as the glass breaks, the last thing you all see before the lights go out is the heart zipping across the room, smacks Boulette in the chest, and like pushes aside the vines, pushes aside the shadow bands, and just smacks Boulette in the chest, and he sort of, instinctively grabs this thing. And the lights go out. There's suddenly, you also realize, like, the sound of the AC, or just like the air vent goes quiet, that sound you didn't notice until it goes away. In the dark, suddenly you're aware of the, like, sharp, like, chlorophyll smell of the fresh plants that were force grown, and even the smell of dirt, because some of that had come through with, there's the vines have been breaking the concrete and using earth to grow and all of that. And the other thing you notice, Eric, is that within the bell jar was, there was this solid heart, but there was also just the like particulate matter around the heart, which was, sort of molecularized, gold, copper, lead, and mercury, which zips. So you push the heart, and then the rest of that is like, oh, what's my connecting thing? It like swoops across the room to go to you, and it finishes all the gaps that were plating that from your unfinished gold plating. And you are now fully covered, a little bit splotchy, because it's still like gold in places and then orichalcum in other places. As that finishes up, and the further losing control of your powers is you're fully covered in this material, and you're not totally sure you could get rid of it. Right, that's a little bit scary, I think, is...
Sure, yeah.
Like, normally you can plate yourself in gold, you're like, this is fine, I understand how to control this, and this is a normal thing for me. But this is not only gold, you also have lead all over your body and mercury. And you don't know if you have resistance to that. Like, am I being poisoned? Like, that's a pretty legit possible freak out moment. And furthermore, you lose control in the fact that the heart hits Boulette so hard, it shoves him all the way to the wall. And then I think Noir and Sumac are sort of close enough and engaged enough to see that Boulette uses that opportunity to phase through, or like he turns the wall into dirt that he can pass through, and then
puddle.
he's out of view. But the first thing I want to check on is Sylvan, I need you to roll take a powerful blow, because some big magic just went off in your face.
Yeah. That is a 7 plus my 2 conditions is a 9.
Oh, okay, at least it didn't go to 10. That's...
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the 9.
Okay. What do you like out of that? Giving ground isn't really an option, though.
Yeah, absolutely not. That's fine. And I don't think I have influence over Eric. So that is the only person I'd want to lash out verbally at the moment. Let's do... I gotta take 2 conditions. This is my only option. Cute. We're gonna go guilty or angry and hopeless, and this is gonna be real cute for us.
You're at 4 conditions now?
I'm at 4 conditions now.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I'm not worried about it.
And as a note for everyone, I've had to look this up multiple times. You can be at 5 conditions. It's when you would get your 6th that you are forced out of the scene, one way or the other. So, all right. So, Sylvan, this like bell jar goes off like a bomb, and it's not that it's explosive or fiery. It's just like wild magic was released in the room, and you were the closest to the jar, as it broke free. And the upside is that your like magical abilities are supercharged right now, and that's gonna be I'm gonna take some narrative freedom with your actions. But you what conditions do you have marked now?
Afraid, angry, hopeless, and insecure. Everything but guilty, because this was not my fault.
That's okay, that's fair. I like that. But I do think the afraid component might partially be like, what is Oberon gonna say? Because you can also feel the snap of the bonds of a deal, that a deal has now been broken. It wasn't the deal you felt originally, a different deal.
Yeah, a slightly bigger, more impressive, more scary deal.
The deal that was powering a wish has been snapped. I think that's just gonna leave you reeling a little bit, but you have options. Like if you want to go after Boulette, you saw him go through and you can actually still see like an outline through the wall, right? You can see where he is in the ground, almost like you have X-ray vision. It's just you could see this one spot moving.
Love it.
So what do you want to do?
I would like to try to use my face sorcery, to tap into the residual power of the Orichalcum Heart, and basically try to pull it with Boulette back through the wall, back into this room. Like I'm trying to basically force pull him with the new supercharged Fey energy in the room, and I'm going to use 2 different D6s because fuck those D6s.
Okay, so it sounds like you want to unleash your powers more than directly engage a threat.
Probably.
Like overcome an obstacle, the fact that he's getting away. Like you're not really going to be able to take something from him.
Right. Yeah, because I'm not trying to take the heart from him. I'm trying to bring him back.
Yeah. So I'm going to call it unleash your powers.
All right. Well, that would be a 9, but I'm a -2 because of my condition, so it's a 7.
Okay. Would you like to mark a condition or have me tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
Let's mark it. No, fuck that. How is it unstable or temporary? You
Okay.
monster.
Joey, have you ever been water skiing?
Yes.
Okay. You know that moment where you're in the water and then the boat takes off and then the rope goes taut?
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling you're having right now. The rope is taut and you have a good tie on it and you go shooting through the wall.
Love it.
You just phase right through the dirt and you're now in darkness because you're underground and this is not something, I don't think you have ever like phased through earth before, have you?
Not on purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So yeah, this is a pretty new and scary thing, and I think that leaves you sort of like locked on this half a spell that you've formed. Like, what happens if I let go of the spell? You know, am I just stuck in Earth forever? So yeah, you're being you know, being dragged through the Earth through your connection to the heart and Boulette. The other three of you see Boulette go through the wall, and then you see Sylvan kind of reach out and then go like get yanked forward, and just phase right out through the wall as well. The wall has since re-hardened after Boulette went through. I mean, it's now like broken concrete and earth, and you can kind of see like roots and, you know, there's a couple like pill bugs falling out. Like, what the hell? Like, I was underground and it was nice.
Technically, you're still underground, and it's
Yep.
dark, and there are plants. So I don't see what you're complaining about.
And I think that's the perfect spot to take our little break. So
You're a monster.
We will be back in 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us. We will be we'll see you soon. All right, be right back. Hello.
It's just the noise I'm gonna make. I don't know.
We are we're still returning, but we're here. Hello. It's an AMA. Hi, I'm Jason, and this is Blythe, and you can ask us anything if it's not rude.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. I'm so tired. I stayed up way too late by accident, and I was like foolish to think. I was like, oh, I should be able to sleep in a little bit. And then like my dogs did every possible thing in the house that you don't want a dog to do in the house in the worst way possible. And I was like,
Yeah.
so I go downstairs and I'm just like, well, I guess I'm dealing with this now.
Yep. Yeah. That's a bummer.
Foolish. Don't ever think you can sleep in, folks.
No.
Never
Can never
sleep in.
plan for it. Blythe, have you thought at all about what playbook you're going to use in Urban Shadows?
I have not. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I have been very busy. I've had some very important meetings.
Awesome. Anything you could talk about?
I don't want to jinx it.
Sure,
but
that's
one,
fair. I understand
one-
that.
Like one, I did get an email being like, we're gonna look at next steps, so that's positive.
Yep. That's good.
I just need to know if next steps means second interview or something else. But it's a company that is very, very big, and might rhyme with Schmetflix.
Okay. Well, all fingers crossed, chat. Everyone cross your fingers. Rob, whose next hair color are you asking about?
Yeah, what? Oh, is it mine or Jason's? Because we both dye our hair.
Yeah.
Or is it Dave? I don't know how your hair dye adventures
Sure. I mean,
go.
we could all answer.
I tend to do a lot of hair dye stuff when it comes to the fall because I'm a Halloween enthusiast.
I'm probably gonna go green again. Green is the first thing I did when I finally cut my mohawk after years of worrying, like, oh, what if I do this? I finally got the mohawk over summer break one year, thinking, well, if school hates it, I can always just shave it off and grow out regular hair again. And then I came to school in the fall with a green mohawk, and everyone, including the headmaster, was like, hey, great haircut. That looks awesome. I was like, I wish I had done this earlier. I've spiritually had a mohawk for decades, but was scared to sort of come out with the hawk. So
I understand.
yeah.
For a long time, I didn't do anything with my hair because acting, like, you have to keep it as natural as possible and make yourself, versatile. And it's like, well, I haven't done any acting the last year, so I tried to dye my hair. I tried to use some of that, like, rub in, like, not like bleached out, but the overtone stuff.
Yeah.
And
Overtones
my hair
is
just
good. Yeah.
No,
I like
my hair is
overtones.
way too dark. It did
You have
nothing.
to. You have to bleach. Like I did the same thing for years. I stayed between brown or red, and those were the only colors I would do. And then I broke the seal on it, and then didn't stop dyeing it. So this is actually fairly healthy after rehab. I think, like, for me, the next thing, it just depends on what this. So the goal is to get these to white. I'm going to go full rogue,
Cool.
but
Nice.
there's a lot of old hair dye and stuff that I have to get through on them.
Yeah,
So
it's
they'll
gonna go pink on the way.
Yeah, they'll probably become. I'll probably do turquoise and then white.
Oh,
probably
I
what
see.
will
Yeah, then
happen.
it's kind of that blue-white color. Yeah.
Mhm. So like it'll eventually get there, but there's a lot of just also don't use overtone. Your hairstylist will get mad at you.
Aha, the trick is to not have a hairstylist.
Oh man, Minerva, I'm in the exact same way. It's like
Right?
all the gray hairs go to whatever the overtone
Yeah.
is.
I'm actually
and
excited
Everything else stays the same.
because I have this like strip of gray like right down the middle, and I'm hoping it'll like expand because it's way easier to dye your hair. But it means I have this like gray in the middle of my beard and at the top here, and I just have like this race, or what was that Star Trek episode where people were white on one side and black on the other?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I don't remember the name of the episode, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Just
It's
think
like
of
that.
how awesome, like, you could do awesome makeup looks that way. Like,
Mhm.
because you've got the one gray streak, and then you could do, like, good versus evil on your face.
Sure. Yep.
Yep.
Could do
Do it.
that. A racing stripe. Oh, a skunk stripe. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Or I could be the husband of Frankenstein as well.
There you go.
Do a
Mm-hmm.
whole.
Yeah, well, especially if you, like, really, like, pull up the hawk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done some pretty fun Liberty spikes where you separate it into different spikes. But the only product I've gotten it to like fully do, because this is like 5 inches long right now. I did Liberty spikes when it was 6 or 7 inches long, and only egg whites would hold it up. So I tried a lot of different products, and that was the only thing I could get to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dork Lord Canada, that sounds amazing. Like, silvery blue beard. Yes, embrace your wizard destiny.
Yes, yeah, by all means. That's awesome. Okay, so let's get back to it. We have Sylvan has left the building.
I'm between a rock and a hard place.
You're in a rock and a hard place.
That's what I said. What did you hear?
I was just thinking about the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what?
Yeah, it's cool. It's just the whole foundation of our of our game here.
Yeah, yep. All right. So Sylvan is busy. What are the rest of you doing?
Freaking out.
Pissed off that Bullet got away. But I'm gonna turn to well, I can't deal with that right now, so I'm gonna turn to this heart thing and try to see if I can figure out what the frick it is.
Well, the heart is gone.
Oh, the heart is okay. Did Bullet
Yeah.
take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh.
it slammed him, and he took the opportunity to grab it and just like
Okay.
back dive through the wall.
I
Um,
misunderstood. I thought he was just noping out.
He
Okay,
did,
so-
but took the heart with him.
I'm going to use shadows to try and, because I know where he was, so I'm going to try and like pull him back through. Basically, he's in shadow because he's not in light right now.
He's in the ground.
It's dark and
It
shadowy.
is, yeah, okay.
Lots of shadow down there. I just need darkness.
Sure.
That's usually how shadow powers.
What about no parents?
Darkness.
No, she wants her parents. She just wants them to be good guys.
Yeah. Bad parents.
So yeah, she is going to try and use her shadow powers to basically like pull him back through to where they are, or at least pull him back
Sure.
through.
Yeah, okay. No, that worked out great for Sylvan. Let's roll Unleash Your Powers.
Yeah, Yeah, okay. What I don't understand is why it's like Legacy, they're like, no, you don't get good freak. So unleashing your powers is
Yeah,
a good thing I did not.
Legacy's usually good at fighting and less good at like fighting and protecting people.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, okay, that's an 8.
An 8, okay.
Yeah, and it's double, so I get a thread.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay. And is everybody marking potential on your misses, on your 6 minuses?
I haven't missed yet. I've always gotten 7.
Yeah, I
Oh
have,
my
I have
gosh.
been successful this whole time.
Wow, Delevely, thank you so much for the raiding with 46 people.
Hey.
Absolutely lovely. So nice to have you all here. Just a quick welcome. We're playing Masks. We're just about the halfway through the episode here, where we're trying to catch the villain Boulette Argent, who is aka the Silver Bullet, who can just burrow through Earth. He's like an earthbender, and he has escaped the basement of our hero's school and has dragged Sylvan, our Fey outsider, with him. And Sylvan's three friends here are trying to rescue him and the heart of the school, which is a complicated thing to explain quickly, but it's so lovely to have you all here. Thank you so much. And let's get back to the action. So, Noir, you just got a 9 on Unleash Your Powers.
I got an 8.
8,
but,
okay.
Also, it's lovely to see them here. Come
Yes,
on.
it is. It is lovely to see them. Welcome, the DeLevleys.
Sorry.
And for folks who don't know, DeLevely is my Friday Fly Day partner, where we explore galaxies and worlds and make friends with animals. And that's our fun Friday show. So come and check that out sometime too. Okay, so Unleash Your Powers on a 7 to 9. You can mark a condition, or I could tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. How many conditions do you have now?
I have 2.
2.
And I'm trying to decide.
Oh, wait. Which conditions do you have marked?
Angry and insecure, so nothing that affects Unleash Your Powers.
Okay, got it.
So, yeah, just tell me how it's unstable or temporary. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens.
I think we're just gonna have a repeat performance of you are dragged through the wall.
Oh, good.
In shadow form. Have you ever gone incorporeal before?
No, because typically it's like I move through shadows, but the way it works is typically through you go it's kind of like Nightcrawler where I'm going through an alternate universe as I do it.
Okay.
So I'm not incorporeal, but I might seem that way to someone looking at me when I'm in that realm.
Right. So in this instant, you are not really traveling through the shadow realm, but you can feel yourself go incorporeal as you get yanked through, and now Boulette has 2 water skiers. Shadow skiers, I guess. But you do have a hold of him. You did get him. You did. You succeeded. So, Eric, Sumac, Alchemist, and Sumac, Noir whips through the wall, yanked at incredible speed. What do you do about it?
I'm gonna. Can I roll some burn real quick?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
I think I probably look over and go, "Don't you go too?"
Okay, I got a 8. So I'm going to mark afraid. I just saw my boyfriend and my girlfriend get sucked into the wall.
Yep. The 2 people you care about the most.
Mm-hmm.
Someone get that old lady from the poltergeist.
Cool. Can I spend some of this burn now, or
Yeah.
do I need to wait? Okay,
Yeah.
great. So
Oh,
No.
well, this sounds
I
good.
don't like that face.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm gonna spend 1 burn to move,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and to any place I choose
Now, so your
within
your
the scene.
powers are normally plant-based. How do you picture your move power working? Normally.
I think it depends, because when I'm because I usually only use my powers with plants,
Yep.
but technically my biokinesis can affect my body
Sure.
or other people's bodies.
Yep. Yeah, you gave people wings one time.
Mhm.
It's not
Thank
only
you for
Red
that.
Bull.
So in this case, I'm gonna say that I make myself kind of like mole arm kind of situation, like claw kind of hand, so that I can claw through the
Yeah.
broken up, because the concrete's broken up and there's a lot more earth and stuff. So I'm frantically digging myself through.
Yeah. I could live with that. And I think too, as a newly formed mole person, you can even detect like he is moving through like a capsule of loosened earth, but I think that leaves a trail of weakened earth, you know, that you can like scrabble through. Do you want to try to make room for Eric to come with you? Eric, are you willing to go follow her into the earth? What is happening?
Yeah, probably. Like, it kind of depends on how it looks when this starts, right? Like, if you just start digging a tunnel and going down and it's like a tunnel, okay, yeah.
Well, it will
is-
probably fill in behind her eventually as she goes.
Yeah, it's not like I'm building like a mining tunnel where it's
Yeah, you're not
stable.
taking time to, like, repair, brace it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that like for a few seconds afterwards, it would be fine. Like there's enough space back there for you to follow me if you're quick about it. But I'm not slowing for you and I'm not stopping for you. So keep up.
Yeah, I think it's probably like I would probably stand there a minute and watch you just start going whole hog on this wall and digging this tunnel, and then it's probably like mole hog, fair enough, and start like it's like you've gone far enough in that then it's starting to collapse, and like he's like and then he finally runs after you and just gets in right as it starts to fall again. And then I'm just kind of like trying to run and keep up, and yeah, I don't know what's happening. Why are we all in the ground?
All right, I like that.
I don't know why, but I blame you for this.
What?
Good answer. Good answer.
I don't know if there's a logical leap there.
He's the last one left. I don't actually have a reason for
Oh,
it.
okay. Fair.
Like, it's really it's less about like facts and more about convenient targets.
Yeah, and emotional outrage. Yeah. Got it. Makes perfect sense. And we should note, like, the move power is incredible, right? That it is very fast. You don't even have to roll for it. So you are really zipping along. And Eric, I imagine you're just being pulled through via the force of this, like creating open space and the other part sort of caving in as you go. You're just being like shot along behind Sumac. And Sylvan and Noir, you both are being pulled behind this guy deep underground, and then you come shooting out into dim light and you are in classic like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sewers. Okay, there's like a big circular tunnel with a flat walkway on either side of the tunnel and, let's say, water down the middle. There's, it's dripping and kind of stale. And I'm going to say that the shock of emerging here has dropped your the leashes that you had on Boulette. But you do see him kind of like disappear around a corner. So, what do you want to do?
Follow
Are they
him.
both corporeal?
Yeah, I would like to.
Oh, and
use my
they are corporeal, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to use my legendary speed to catch up to him.
Okay.
And oh god, I have -2s to everything.
Yeah, let's unleash your powers.
Yeah, we're gonna unleash. We're gonna do that and see how this goes. Hear that, dice? Well, I get potential. That's a 4. -2 is a 2.
Oh, it was a 4 to start with. Okay.
It was double 2s. I've got so many threads. I'm making a quilt.
Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, This is where I live now.
And if you're curious about threads, you could go check out my game called Demigods over there. The quick start rules. Threads don't actually exist in masks. If you're new to our group here, we're just making very bad jokes. Okay, so
Excuse me. Only the best of jokes and the best of puns
yes,
and the best of women.
yes, agreed. So your legendary speed is basically running, right?
Yeah,
You're
it's
just running
basically just taking off,
okay.
being able to move very quickly.
All right, so I have good news and bad news. The good news is you caught up, but the bad news is that you caught up.
Cute.
And when you come racing around the corner that this guy had disappeared around, you find yourself in, like, this tunnel is coming out to, like, a bit of a drop-off, and you can see several other tunnels are coming in here, and then there's, like, a drain, maybe, like, 10 feet down, right, which wouldn't have been a problem. It's maybe 30 feet across to the furthest other sewer drain. And you come running around and you're sort of getting ready to find this guy, and then he just clotheslines you from the side of the tunnel that he had disappeared around and was waiting for you. And it's just like it's like hitting an iron bar at face level. You hit it, you flip, like your feet go, you just go ass over tea kettle down into the muck. Effluviant. Thank you, Dork Lord Canada. And Sylvan, I need you to take a powerful blow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. Come on, dice. You rolled 2 2s before. You can. That's actually not great either with my conditions. So this is going to be really good.
Oh, Dork Lord Canada, thank you for the reminder. Yes, version 3 of the Quick Start rules came out this week. So if you've downloaded them before Tuesday this week, you will want the fresh copy.
Well, that's a 9. With my conditions counted.
Okay.
Yeah. Dear God.
All right. So you have some options there.
Yeah.
Mark 2 conditions. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that's it. You nailed it. I'm gonna give ground.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Multiple flip, belly flop into water. And you're so stunned, right? You just hit a brick wall, and you see him kind of like disappear down one of these tunnels, but they're spinning, and it's you're on the spinning ride at the fair, as you're because you just like belly flopped on, and you're like, where did he go? And he went into all 3 of those tunnels. But let's check in with Noir on a close on your heels.
Yeah, I'm following.
You're just not as you don't have the super speed that.
No, I don't have. I have shadows.
Sure, I mean it is relatively shadowy in here. You certainly could.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and slip into them to follow him faster.
Okay, let's
move
unleash
faster.
your powers.
We're doing great, everybody.
Which condition subtracts unleash your powers? I don't have character sheets.
Hopeless.
Hopeless. Okay.
Okay, that's a 7.
Okay. So do you want to mark a condition or?
Yeah, I'll take a condition.
Okay. Then it's a hit. You dive into the shadows, and you are still going to have a hard choice because you flit through the shadows. You see just in time which tunnel he goes down, but you can also see Sylvan hit the water, and it's deep enough that and Sylvan is so disoriented. Sylvan is sinking. From your point of view, this is it looks bad, but you can catch Boulette if you go.
I'm gonna mark the guilty condition because I keep going after Boulette.
Okay, I like it. Oh, this is juicy. Okay. Sumak. You go digging through. You are able to track from whatever mole sense you've developed. You have a very good sense of where they have come through. Following the vibrations and the slightly looser dirt that Boulette has left behind. And you come bursting through you had to break through the concrete of the sewer tunnel. But you do, your mole claws just rip it apart and you blast out of there. Eric comes tumbling out behind you. I don't know, how graceful is it, Eric? I don't know. Are you graceful or?
I mean, on a good day, maybe, but not today.
Okay.
No, not in the way he is now.
Okay.
So I think he probably like tumbles out and rolls into the muck.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you have your orichalcum body cover on.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Sumak, what you're probably the most with it is you just sort of like flip out onto your feet on the edge of the tunnel. You could definitely you can smell what direction they went in. It smells bad in here, but you can also smell your friends. What do you want to do? Go chasing after them?
Yeah. I'm gonna go chase my
Okay.
peoples.
You don't have any super speed kind of stuff, right?
No,
I mean,
I
the
do not.
move
I mean,
power
the move
is sort of, but
mhm.
I don't know that it would specifically apply to this.
I feel like it kind of got used up by the time I came out of the tunnel.
Okay.
I am now, no longer quite as moly as I was a moment ago.
Now, did the three of you have little communicators, and would you have had them with you at school necessarily?
I feel like if we do have communicators, we would have put them in when we all changed into costume.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So
Okay,
I'm going to say the three of you have communications available now that you're all three corporeal. You can interact with radio frequencies. But Sumak, as you follow that scent and go around the corner, all you see is Sylvan struggling in the water. You don't see which way Boulette and Noir went. You're not even real sure because here there's so much water flowing in and just nastiness that you lose the scent trail.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you won't have some way to catch up to them, but as of right now, your main stimuli input is Sylvan sinking in the water.
No, absolutely unacceptable
Okay.
situation. We are in here, and I am gonna go grab him and let's see what the best.
Well, I mean, it doesn't need a roll if you want to just jump down and pull him out of the water and get him up to the walkway that you came in on.
Yes,
yeah,
I want
okay.
all those things.
Great. Yeah, you slide down, haul him up. You can make yourself stronger if you need to. And he is. Yeah. So Sylvan, I think without your focus, you've returned to being about 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Because that's what the magic in your body is like. This is the default. I did it.
Giant Sylvan.
Yeah.
Sylvan.
I mean, he's tall.
Is see you turn into a giant Sylvan.
Okay. So Eric, I assume you're following.
Sure.
And yeah, you come around the corner in time to see Sumak hauling Sylvan out of the water. But you have a very clear sort of glittery, sparkling trail that heads out straight out in one tunnel to the right.
The quest guide works really well.
Yeah. Calcum quest.
Yeah. So, they look like they're okay. They're not going to need help to get out of this.
Right.
pit or
Yeah.
anything?
Sylvan is just recovering. He wasn't even really drowning. It just looked really bad,
Sure.
So Sylvan's recovering. He's just huge.
Okay.
But the sewer tunnels are bigger. There's more clearance here, particularly if Sylvan doesn't mind walking in the water. You could basically stand upright because it's a pretty big space, as we know from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Because sewers aren't actually just 2-foot pipes.
No. That's a massive, like, 10-foot diameter place where you could run an army of ninjas through. So,
like, if they look like they're under control, right?
Yep.
Like, and it looks like they're not going to need assistance to get out of the well, for lack of a better term.
No. Sumac has Sylvan up onto the, like, you're coming to the end of the tunnel, and Sumac has Sylvan's, like, recovering. You come around to see them, and you can see the glitter trail going off down the next tunnel.
I think I'm going to try and catch up to the glitter trail, and I want to try and make, like, mercury ice skates.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I like this.
I mean, it's called Quicksilver for a reason.
Yes. Let's unleash your powers. You don't have hopeless marked, do you?
I don't.
Okay.
I specifically avoided that one. Yeah, okay. All right. 9, 10.
Okay. Yeah. You create these mercury boots, and you go. Well, do you say anything to them as you go by, or
like I think it went this way? Kind of, yeah. Like focused on a goal.
Okay, and as you shoot by, Sumac might notice, Sylvan, you'll definitely notice that his, Silver Surfer vibe is now definitely Orichalcum Surfer, as it goes by. And it's strange because Orichalcum is already organic, but now this is actual living, like, organic Orichalcum. It's extremely strange from your point of view, especially because Eric is decidedly not Fae. That is, like, just a fact in your mind. So, Eric goes scooting by on mercury skates that I suppose allow you to, like, go up the wall, a sort of F-Zero style. And
I feel like it almost looks like he's on a Segway, right?
Oh,
like he's not walking anymore. It's just the boots are like
so
he's
you're
leaning
just
forward
standing and
going,
moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. I lost track of where. Oh no, Noir, you were able to keep going past, and you're, like, hot on his heels, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check in with you. I think he's checked over his shoulders a couple times, and it looks like he hasn't seen you, because he's started to slow his pace a little bit.
Okay.
He's like running with the heart like a football, and which is about the right size for him because he's, pretty big. Not as big as Sylvan, but yeah. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna attack him. If he's slowing down, I feel like I can close the gap and get a hit in.
You totally can. Let's directly engage the threat.
All right, I'm gonna do my move so I can roll savior. Aha, that's a 9.
Okay. And what do you pick?
Take something from him, and I'm gonna take that heart.
Okay, now if you do that, you're gonna have to roll take a powerful blow because you didn't resist or avoid their blows.
That's fine.
I just wanted that to be a clear choice. Silver Segway, yeah.
I can. God, this is like the one. Like, the nice things about the legacy are these 2 moves: never give up, never surrender, and fight the good fight.
Yeah, they really have a good sense of. The playbooks are so well designed. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. I feel like there's not. I never feel like I overlap too much with anyone else. I feel like everyone can always do something a little different.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so you do succeed. You take something from him. You like get behind and, like, knock the heart out of his grasp and get it away from him, and he just instinctively sort of backfist, it into your face. Let's roll, take a powerful blow, and see how bad it is.
Okay, so I rolled my never give up, never surrender.
Yep.
For potential, you have to fail, right?
A 6 minus.
on a miss,
Any
yeah.
6 minus, you get potential.
Well, I rolled a 5, but it's because it's +2. I get a 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the total is 7. So it's not a potential roll.
That's what I wanted to make sure. So I'm going to rally from the hit,
Okay.
but I think I still have to mark a condition because it was a 7.
Oh, I don't know what your move says.
Never give up, never surrender. Roll plus savior on a hit. You stand strong and choose one. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So I'm already insecure. I'm already angry. I'm already guilty.
This is great. I've never had so many conditions marked up in a game. This is fantastic.
We're having a great
What can I
time.
say except
You're welcome.
I guess I'll be afraid now because I don't feel like I'm hopeless because I got the thing. Like I got what I wanted. I still just got hit.
But
so I think I'm like
And in this instant, you're seeing yourself as one-on-one with this guy. And I'm going to tell you, you know for a fact that you can't flit through the shadows with this heart under your arm, right?
Yeah.
Like it is
So I think
bright
I'm
and full of light that, what's that?
I think it's like for me, I'm like, oh, I got freaked out because I didn't expect him to go so hard in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like smacked you got banged up against the wall, but you've got the heart, right?
I've got the heart.
It's just the heart is so full of light that you know you can't jump through the shadows with it.
Yep. My goal is to just run.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Let's check in with Sylvan. Sylvan, you get hauled out of the water.
Yeah.
You're with Sumak. What are you doing?
That's a great question. I think, because he's still kind of disoriented and very large, he's going to just embrace Sumak in a moment of just like relief and just
Ogre hug.
very ogre huggy. Basically, I'm trying to, once the scene is over, fling myself into easy relief so I can clear hopelessness.
Sure,
So that's
okay.
kind of my whole thing is I'm taking a moment to just reorient myself and clinging to the person who helped me, who, you know, gives me warm feelings.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So at the
safety.
end of the scene, you'll get to clear that. Sumak, do you want to do like a comfort or support in that moment, or are you not feeling comforting and supportive?
I feel more stabby than comforting. And
Yeah.
support.
Okay. That's totally fair. That's why I asked. So we shall continue along the tunnel. Well, I assume you two are heading off to catch up ultimately. But Eric is next in line in the tunnel. So, Alchemist, what do? You come down the tunnel, you see Noir just as she gets like slammed against the side of the tunnel, but holding the heart, and Bullet turning around and just like ready to, you know, break concrete to get it back.
What's the? Oh,
Now,
I'm
remind
so
me,
bad at remembering the.
Bullet
moves.
was not one of your contacts. You were contacted by
Yeah.
the Joker, not the DC Joker, the good one.
Right.
And told an element was coming to the school, and you know, if there was something you could do to help, then that would be great.
I think. I mean, it's not my wheelhouse or anything, but I think I'd try and interpose myself.
Oh, like a protect.
Yeah, like a defend.
Yeah.
Kind of.
All right. Let's roll savior.
Wait, do any? Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Let's see how it goes. Okay. -2, -1. I got 7.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, it
take a
costs
7.
you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I mean, like I I probably just scooted up and got like if he's like going for a punch,
Yeah.
I probably literally just scooted up and got in the way.
Okay.
Probably didn't even have time to be like. It's more like I just leaned into a punch. So
Okay, and you get to pick one from the list there. Add a team to the pool, take influence over Noir, or a clear condition.
I think I'd try and take influence.
Okay.
Like in a like, see, I'm helping. I'm a helper.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know you did anything wrong yet, but when
Yeah.
Noir finds out.
I know.
Okay, but for now, Eric has influence over Noir, or Alchemist has influence over Noir. And I'm gonna have you roll take a powerful blow, Alchemist, because you are just well,
I've
you
defended
just
you with my face.
you just took a bullet for Noir. As a matter of fact, I am proud of myself. Thank you for asking.
So once again, I'm asking you for a 10+ choice.
Good Lord. How many conditions do you have?
I have 3.
Okay. Well, I actually think it's more fun for you to mark the last 2 conditions. The
Okay.
7 to 9 list and mark 2 conditions. And
All right.
we'd have to pick something else too, because you have to pick 2 things from that. But
Sure.
I think you sort of pretty naturally give ground, and your opposition gets an opportunity. But you do protect Noir, so that's just a component of this. So I'm gonna say he, just punches into you. You take a huge hit. You hit the wall next to Noir. The sewer wall is cracked.
Yeah. There's a me-shaped dent.
Yeah. And but the opportunity he gets is that he's going to be really set for this fight when Sumac and Sylvan come in. Because you've given ground. So you protected Noir. I'm not going to do anything to her, but the opportunity he gets is he just cracks you in the face and is ready when the other 2 come around. So,
Sure.
Sumac and Sylvan, what's happening?
I'm gonna look at Sumac. Do you trust me?
You know I do.
I'm gonna take her by the hand, and we're gonna do some legendary speed to catch up.
Okay.
So good luck. Hold on. Hope you didn't care that your hair got mussed to death. But that's a thing that happens sometimes. In the super speed.
I'm going to make you a deal.
It always kind of looks like I got it caught in several tree branches anyway.
You don't have to take this deal, and you both have to agree to it. But if this move ends in a fastball special, I'll let you roll with advantage.
Well, duh. I am down for it. Are you kidding?
Hell yeah.
Sumac, you would be the projectile in this situation.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes, I am totes okay with
Okay.
this.
So, Sylvan, you go racing up into the proper tunnel, and I think even your body starts to shrink a little bit to be a more efficient runner, right? Like your radical shape changes, like getting its shit under control. Like, oh, right, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do now. And you're probably only like 6.5 feet tall now, and
Good. Yeah.
Rushing through with Sumac in hand. I think Sumac is just like taking these bounding steps of like, yep, I can keep up. And you get there and just whip Sumac into Boulette's facial region. So Sylvan, you go ahead and roll Unleash Your Powers with advantage.
Thank God.
So roll 3 dice and take the better 2.
Oh, thank God. Okay, well, that is boxcars with my -2, but my +2, so it's still boxcars.
Okay, so 12 even.
Yes.
Love it. What was the dropped die, by the way?
That was a 3.
Okay, that
So
still would
it
have been
was-
pretty good, but
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, you just absolutely you race through the tunnel, sure-footed. You're totally. I'm going to say your radical shapeshifting is totally under your control. So what size do you want to be?
Yeah, I still want to be a bit bigger to give us that momentum so that I can use that to whip her.
Okay.
But I think my arm that I'm holding onto is a bit more free for me.
Okay.
So it can almost be an actual whip.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. Cool. Sort of a Elastigirl
very much
moment.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, Sumak, what is your action in this moment?
I am going to use Reality Storm
Okay.
to channel a destructive burst with my powers. In order to directly engage a threat with freak instead of danger.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So as I I'm gonna use like the bark around my skin, like, you know, that's part of my costume, but I'm gonna harden it and thicken it so that when I get whipped around and like knock into him, it's like he's getting hit with a tree.
Yeah, I love it. It happens to be in Valheim all the time.
Okay.
Usually only the ones I cut down myself, though.
Yeah, usually that. Or the troll who's wielding one. So yeah, you are doing directly engage but rolling freak.
Yes.
Okay.
So I rolled. Whew. On the dice, it's an 8. Then +3 -2.
So a 9.
Plus is a 9.
Okay. Now, we do have one team left in the pool. If anyone would like to bump that 9 to a 10, I could think of lots of ways. Well, at least Noir and Alchemist could help.
Noir will well, Noir is so focused on holding the heart that I think she's more focused on running.
Oh, well, what about this? Is Sumak's attack impressive to Noir?
Probably. I mean, yes, that Sylvan and Sumak are always impressive to Noir. She's very impressed by how great they are at things.
Okay. And especially like your two loves like working together and like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, being a team. Yeah.
Single tear shedding. So
Yeah.
proud of you.
I'm so proud. Okay. So, Sumak, let's go ahead and take that +1 for impressing your love.
Awesome.
And that's a 10. So a 10 on directly engage a threat is you trade blows and pick 2.
Cool. So I am going to create an opportunity for my allies and
You may want to
Resist
resist or
or
avoid their
avoid
blows.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, I may look like a tree, but like really I'm quite squishy inside, so.
Yeah. So you managed to protect yourself from any sort of counterattack because he was ready for you, right? And was gonna like grab you and throw you back. And I think a combination of like you hitting hard and then moving around, you know, like just changing shape and being where you need to be, you absolutely, you know, you create this opportunity, but you just hit him so hard. What does it look like as you knock him down? Because this guy is done.
I think that like it's like when Sylvan whips me around, I kind of end up going like feet first, and it looks a little bit like a roundhouse kick because
Oh, sure.
Because we've been on a Chuck Norris bent
Yep.
back at the hangout lately. Except as her leg swings around, you can see the bark start to thicken and like get bigger and a little bit too big, and it's like, what is happening here? Until it clocks him upside the head
Yeah.
and rings his bell.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the four of you do what a military tank could not do and knock out the silver bullet. And he just, you see that moment is like he gets hit so hard and you see him like, I'm getting knocked out right. Ugh, and just like crashes to the floor in the sewer here. And the four of you are now in this strangely quiet, a little bit echoey, you know, you can hear water dripping. You can hear Boulette sort of just like panting in his unconsciousness. Noir, you have the heart like clutched to you. What's the scene? The scene is yours. We're out of combat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to cause unwanted collateral damage.
Oh, right.
So I would like to say that like that roundhouse just keeps going and I accidentally take out part of the sewer wall.
Yeah. Can we have just some of it cave in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Then let's
Put it in
say
a skylight.
part of the sewer caves in. One car, like somebody's Subaru Outback, is like, and they're doing the teetering on the edge of about to drop. I mean, they would only drop like 5 feet, but still, there's like a family in the car. So who goes to put the car back up? It can't be Sumak. Sumak caused this problem.
Sylvan will do it.
Okay.
Sylvan can do it. He can make himself big and just put them
Just
back
like
on top.
push it
Yeah.
back up there. Okay, y'all can hear a lot of like running and shouting and a couple screams, but I mean it's more that people were surprised, right? Nobody's in danger. You can hear or at least the audience sees a fire hydrant shoot off, and there's water for some reason. Like it's not related to how sewers work, but here we are. I just any opportunity to blow up a fire hydrant in my games will happen. So that finally I can do one. Okay, so Sylvan, yeah, you just head over there and get big and push the car back up. And do you like let everyone know that it's okay, or like what do you do after
I mean,
that?
I've kind of been the face of the party anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm very much playing that it's all okay, we're all fine here. No, I'm just covered in water. That's it.
Yeah,
I think you tell yourself it's just water.
the storm
It's
drain,
just water.
storm drain.
We're all fine here
Okay.
now. How are you? You
All right.
said being 8 feet tall.
So folks are calling Aegis or Aegis, I think is the right way to say that. You know, the car that you push back is fine. It's probably a little damaged, but everyone has like villain insurance. So, and the kids who were in the car are like, yeah, that's Sylvan. Like this is great. It's the like dad who was driving the car was like, because he was staring down into the, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you put the car back up there, and you're now. So yeah, the four of you are here. What's the scene?
Well, Noir is just like, we have to get this back to the school.
Speaking of this, and he gestures over to Alchemist's new costume. What's going on here?
I think he tries to take it off and go back to a normal person kind of outfit, but I don't think he can. So I like
You could probably like move it around. Like you could probably reveal your face, or
right, yeah.
you know, like pull your sleeve, you know, like reveal your hands, like if you wanted to get your hands free or something. But yeah, it's otherwise it's like, nope, I'm just gonna stay here. This is where I live. Almost
I
like
like it here.
Venom.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Not that that's an ominous reference.
No, not at all. Is this considered a new scene?
Yes.
Okay, then I am clearing Hopeless.
Oh, yay. Can we clear a condition?
Well, everyone check. There is a you may have accidentally done something that clears a condition. If you hurt someone or break something important, you will get to clear angry. If you did hurt someone or break something important in the previous scene. If you run from something difficult, no one ran away. Make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. I'm not sure anyone really made a huge sacrifice, but I'm open to arguments.
I tried.
I made.
What did you sacrifice?
I sacrificed, but it made me feel guilty.
Yeah, so that's not going to help.
No.
No, like I tried to not have Noir get hurt. Like I sacrificed my face.
Oh.
You did help. You did do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm open to that if you want to clear guilty.
And I mean, at least in Sumac's opinion, you Noir took foolhardy action without talking to their team.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, would that count when I tried to lasso the heart and got dragged through the wall?
I'm going to say no because you didn't know you were going to get dragged through the wall. You thought you were going to lasso and pull it back.
That's fair.
Which is a pretty reasonable thing to want to do. You know, like, oh, I got this. Get back in here. Yeah.
I'm
You
guessing
hear that, Dice? It was a reasonable thing to want to do.
Now, Noir's version of what happened next after seeing you get ripped through the wall maybe could qualify as foolhardy action.
I'm gonna guess my foolhardy was leaving Sylvan and going straight for the heart.
Oh, yeah, that I would count that too. Yeah. So if you want to clear insecure, you're welcome to.
Would
Does it clear insecure?
Yeah, taking foolhardy action in the scene will clear insecure at the end of the scene.
Okay, cool. Yay, I'm still angry, guilty, and
the
afraid.
breaking of the bell jar count as breaking something important?
Yeah, because you did that on purpose. It wasn't like a accidental collateral damage or something. That was a choice that you made, and you knew the bell jar would break, right?
I mean, I assumed.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I didn't know if the whole thing would fly at him and shatter or what, but
yeah, no, I'm good with that. I would say you could clear that. Spoiler: the bell jar is important.
That's more what I was asking.
Is the magical artifact containing the other magical artifact important?
Yeah, it was the artifact strong enough to contain and focus an orichalcum heart power source. So, you know. Anything else?
As far as conditions go, I think that's all I got.
yeah.
Okay. So let's drop back into our conversation here. Standing in the sewers, we have the heart. Alchemist is not able to clear very much of his. And Sylvan, you just asked what is this about? So Alchemist, what is your response to that?
Oh man. Okay. I think I probably kind of claw the stuff off my face so I can look at you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, but I feel like that heart taught me something.
The power
Because-
of love.
Yeah, I think we all learned something here today.
No, like I apparently don't just do gold and lead. I can kind of do that.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I don't actually have the
Eric, you
word
probably don't know
orichalcum.
the word for what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever I get that.
It's just a wild
Why you need to go to school?
magical alloy. I mean, most
'cause
people don't
orichalcum
know the
comes
word
up.
orichalcum in this world. You know, it's a
I'm
weird
kidding.
magical metal.
And apparently now I can't get rid of it. Like he probably like peels off hunks and then it melts onto his hand and like this is less inconspicuous.
That I mean, how much of a life sense am I getting from the orichalcum at this point?
From which?
On Alchemist.
Oh, I have half an answer for you, or more if you want to roll unleash your powers.
I will roll unreasonable. Blah, blah, blah. I'll roll for it.
Okay. It's not assess the situation because this is specifically like reaching your powers out to do something.
And that's an 8.
Okay.
Those dice are going in jail.
All right. Do you want to mark a condition and get the whole answer, or do you want half an answer?
I will mark a condition and get the whole answer because this whole situation has made me real mad. I'm real mad about how hurt everyone has gotten and how I accidentally caved in the sewer tub.
Oopsie.
Also, I am irrationally angry at you.
At who?
At Alchemist.
At me.
Oh, okay. And so you are like sort of doing a life force detection on Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you pick up is 2 fully distinct life forms. It's just one of them. You're not used to metallic life forms. That's not a thing, you know, but this is organic metal, and it is like, you know, if a superhero turned into metal, they would still be, you would sense them as a person, you know. This is like
Colossus
that.
is still Colossus.
Yeah, it's like that, except it's a separate person. And on top of that, you hear in your mind, oh, like this relieved tone of like, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you help him hear me? And you just know that the orichalcum is asking if you can help Eric hear it.
Yes. Well, I mean, I can't force him to be able to hear you, but I guess I could, not translate, but
Well, you have an option.
pass along the message.
You could pass along. You also know you're sort of like rearranging your own, but your biokinesis power is going like, oh, this is how I pick up this signal. And you know you could rearrange Eric's brain with his permission to be able to pick up on this.
I find that
If
terrifying.
he's open to that.
Even the idea of that is slightly terrifying.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? I can't think of anything.
Nothing.
God.
Nothing. Definitely hasn't accidentally rearranged someone else's. Nope. No, that's always ended.
Yeah, I don't
completely
remember
fine.
anything bad happening around that.
You should do it. I mean, you just swing it.
Oh, audience, it's great because she gave people wings, but like it was a bodily mutation that gave them
Flesh
wings,
wings. They
not
were
just
flesh
like
wings.
fairy wings out of nowhere. Oh, that's good.
And
I can
only
already do
Sylvan was
fairy
okay
wings out of
with it.
nowhere.
So, Sumak, how do you handle this information?
I'm gonna table that second option. For now,
Okay.
and just go with passing along for the moment.
Okay. So, what do you say?
So it's a person. It wants to talk.
What?
Your new suit is a person, and it would like to talk to you.
That feels very weird.
It is definitely outside the norm, and this is like suddenly Sumak is trying to put on her polite face because she does not want to insult the orichalcum.
It's okay if you want to keep saying person. I should have been more clear in saying it's like a living thing. You're not really like, I don't think you would know if it's a like fully sapient being, or if it's more like dog level of intelligence, you know, like So I don't know how you want to communicate that, but I didn't want to miscommunicate that.
I am gonna go with the most simple level of communication on it first.
Yeah.
And then we can refine as we go. Basically, I am procrastinating more difficult decisions in favor of.
Sure. Like brain mutations.
I mean, how do you even broach that with someone? Hey, by the way, I could rearrange the way your brain works so you can hear the suit that you accidentally fused to your body.
Like that. I mean, that sounds perfect to me. I
mean,
mean, that's...
But
There
what
you
is
go.
first, let's find out what the suit wants. Maybe the suit doesn't want to be fused to his body.
Oh, you said soup. I heard soup, and I'm like, that's an interesting way to describe.
I
like,
mean, it is kind of wearable
Right?
soup. I mean, all soup is wearable if you believe, but
All soup is wearable if you're clumsy enough.
yeah. And if it's intelligent, it's supient.
Waiter, there's a teenager in my soup.
Soupient kittens.
So
But what does the orichalcum want to tell Eric?
So you're saying like I'll relay your message.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you get kind of this rush of, and it's not exactly words, right? It's a lot of like thoughts and feelings that you're sort of having to interpret of like red triangle. What? Like, what is this? But what you get a sense of is the material is relieved to be complete and to be able to communicate with its host. So I'll let you decide how to communicate that part. There's a lot happening, so I imagine you want to go in like little chunks.
Mm-hmm. It's a symbiotic creature. I feel like maybe when I said earlier it was a person, I overstated some, but it is a symbiotic creature that needs a host to be complete. It's happy to have that right now. And it would also like to continue to be able to communicate with you.
Okay. Well, I don't mind talking to it. Hello.
The suit ripples. It's like all of it just goes like somebody just dropped a rock in a pond, you know?
Yeah. Nice to meet you. I guess I didn't know this was. Are you part of that? And I point at the heart. Like, is that connected to the suit? Is this a?
Okay, so Sumak, you get the communication of that this thing is relieved that Eric knows that he can talk to it and that it's complete, and it also answers that it is not part of the heart. This is just a sort of incidental component of what happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I'll just relay that like it's not actually part of that. It and just kind of like squint my eyes and like tilt because I don't know how the heart was created and I don't know any of that. So like it's I couldn't just know like I couldn't really understand what it was telling me there, but it's not part of the heart. Yeah. It was I don't want to say accident, but it might have been an accident. Unplanned. It was an unplanned sentience birth.
Oh, okay.
Have I heard about anything like this happening with orichalcum before?
outside of things like the singing sword, or I mean, you've heard of like some sentient, not sapient, but sentient magical items. Like that's not unheard of in the Fae.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But not anything literally like this, like liquid metal suit that wants to be part of someone's life.
No Oralcalcum symbiote moment
No.
in our. Okay.
So it's the T-1000 and Venom
Yeah.
at the same.
And
Okay.
Carnage.
Let's hope it's not Carnage. Let's hope.
Yeah, Venom was capable of learning and being goodish.
Venom is considered odd because he's capable of like moral thought.
Yeah. Carnage is not.
Well, and then Carnage bounds to a serial killer, and they take on traits of their. Anyways, no one asked for this.
That's all right. Noir, what's your take on what's happening right now, as we're all standing here in the broken sewer?
I mean, she's just kind of like, okay, but we need to get back to the school, and we need to figure out what this thing is and what it does, and the only we have to put this back, I think.
Oh yes, we absolutely should before anybody from the realm notices something has gone wrong, which they may already have.
But
Yeah,
also,
that
we can
promise
deal
was
with
broken, Sylvan.
your
You felt
newfound fatherhood in a bit. I also have some questions about how the silver bullet got in the first place. Had to be a student or a teacher, so that's fun.
Yeah, well, let's get the heart back first, I guess. Like, I don't want to be carrying this thing around,
Neither do I.
especially if it's anything like if it's like the suit. Maybe, try not to bond with it until we get back.
I don't want to bond with this. I just want to put it back. I do want to know what it is and why we have a heart powering our school, but those are all later questions. Let's return it first. I'm not looking to be a mom anytime soon, if ever.
I mean, technically, he didn't give birth to it. It was already alive, and then it's more of a husband situation.
Oh, congratulations on your husband then.
I see.
I mean, he would be the husband because he has. I don't know that the suit really.
Oh, well, congrats on your newfound partner then.
Sure.
Sumak, you get this communication of like, no, I've always been with Eric. Eric's my oldest friend.
Oh.
Okay, so maybe. Still not father, though.
What is it then?
Okay. I don't think I want to continue having this conversation in a sewer.
I would like to
Let's
not.
go, and maybe we can talk about this later. It doesn't seem to hurt. Everything's okay. Yeah. But maybe let's climb out of here and go back to school.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
The nice thing is we know the shield's down.
Yep. As you guys climb out, you realize you're only a few blocks from school. You really didn't travel very far. And yeah, you come out and there's, sort of authorities are arriving. You're able to get out just before Aegis lands in their helicopters, and they're not able to directly identify that you were the ones who were. I mean, a bunch of people are like, "Oh, Sylvan saved me." There's people talking about that stuff, but most people didn't really see what happened, and you all are able to sort of get out in the commotion and walk away from the scene for the most part. So yeah, walking back to school. You reach campus and find that, let's see, Need a good name for like force field woman. I got, oh jeez. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Ooh, I like that. Shield Maiden.
Oh, Shield Maiden. Oh, wow, that's great. Okay, perfect.
Yes, Blue Troller.
Yes, so Shield Maiden, who also is of like Norse descent and is, you know, clearly like has like a long Viking braid, all that kind of stuff, has been called to the school and has a little like low blue energy barrier around it. She's just kind of hovering above the school, ready to protect it, but she can't put the whole school in a bubble forever, right? Like that, it was not her doing that. But she has arrived at the school to protect it because the students have all gone to their like fire alarm locations, like out on this playground and this field, and that, you know, everyone has gone to their evacuation procedure. But they have not left the school grounds. They're just like, everyone go outside because we don't have power and let's figure out what's happening. You know, Principal Madrox is in 15 different places, you know, helping students calm down, and, you know, is also on a little like hoverboard up talking to Shield Maiden. Yeah, this is what you're walking back to. And I mean, y'all are kind of just walking up the street, and Principal Madrox up on the hoverboard. You can just see this visible like, of course, and angles down and sort of rides the hoverboard down like a snowboard, and comes to brings it to a stop in front of you, hops off of it, it like flips up and sticks to his back, and he's like, you're holding the heart in front of you.
Yeah. No, Noir is gonna talk. Just be like, I don't know how and I don't know why, but the silver bullet got in and tried to steal this.
Okay.
And we got it back. Obviously. I do have some questions about it, but here it is.
Okay. And he gestures to Shield Maiden, and a little like bloop, a little blue bubble forms around it. And he says, like, so you really shouldn't handle this with bare hands. So we're going to need to do a decon for you. Did anyone else handle the heart?
I try and
Sorta?
I mean, Silver Bullet did.
That's
yes.
true.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that Aegis is taking him into custody, so we'll also relay the decontamination procedures to them. Okay.
So, do you want to talk about how you got this silver or this heart?
I will give you some explanation, but not out here. So let me dismiss the school and get everything in order, and please meet me in my office in, say, 20 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. So the school goes about they're like emergency dismissal procedures, and like gets everyone onto buses or gets their rides, or, you know, just goes about the process of getting everyone home. Several kids are, you know, can like fly or teleport, and they just get themselves out of there. Yeah, you, the four of you have a little bit of time before meeting with the principal. The heart, so Shield Maiden takes the heart and goes into the building and sort of disappears with that. Because once all the kids leave, she doesn't need to keep the little like moat barrier up.
Before she goes, can I see if the heart is also sentient?
Yeah, I think we sort of did that before. It is, you know, that it's not a, like, it's living in the way that like moss is living.
Okay, cool. I hadn't like I'd forgotten. Sorry. about that.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't sending something thinking to just go get stuck under a glass bell jar again.
Yep. Okay, so what is there anything we want to have happen in the 20 minutes before we go to the principal's office?
Trying to think if Silva's gonna try to call Alchemist out on what he saw.
What did you see?
Well, I saw him throw the heart at Silver Bullet. So it's not accusatory, but just more like, what were you thinking?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, let's
Start with
do
that.
that. We're gonna have that moment.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't know how you usually do things necessarily, but I mean, if you were a hero and someone was robbing a bank, would you throw the money at them? Like, why would you throw the thing that he came there to get at him as a weapon?
That's the weapons I use. Like, do you remember that whole news story about me, Fort Knox, right? Like, I made giant clubs out of gold and beat people with them, right?
That's what happened.
Sure, I guess.
Like, that's what I had available to hit him with. I didn't expect him to make off with it. I was trying to knock him out.
All right.
And
Well,
honestly, I couldn't not keep looking at the heart.
in the future, maybe don't hit the villain with the thing they came here to get. Just pro tip.
I hit him pretty good, though.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, better than I did. Sylvan kind of gets a little down on himself, like, I was awful.
That is not true.
You took so many hits. Like, I'm surprised you're still standing up.
Yeah, me too, actually. Yeah, that was not my best performance. So I guess I'm not really one to judge at the moment.
Well, no, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I get it. But I wasn't really thinking that far ahead. You know? Like, bad guy hit the bad guy. I'm not a super that usually has, like, fights. You know? Like, without a whole lot of very specific things around, I'm not really very able to do super fights.
Well, that is something that seems like it's changed.
Yeah, I agree, but that's
So
this
maybe
is a
you
new
want to
thing.
spend some time later figuring that out. But I don't know that a lot of blame is going to help us here right now. You know, it's Eric's first day. He's stressed.
Of course, I'm just probably projecting, but just yeah.
Noir, anything to throw in?
Noir is suspiciously quiet
Okay.
and kind of just like, I opened up to you, and is kind of upset. So she's just kind of sitting there quietly, like, and I guess to Sylvan and Sumac, they know this as her, like, I'm just not going to talk to you right now. I'm upset and I'm not talking. They've been on the other end of this before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say something mean, so I'm just not going to say anything at all.
Nice. Okay. So
When did I turn into the reasonable one here? I don't understand.
all right. So I'm going to move us ahead to our principal's office meeting. You've been called to the principal's office. Don't worry, you're not getting detention. I'm also aware of our time, but the four of you get to the door, and you open the door to the principal. I don't know if any of you have probably ever been called to the principal's office specifically, but you open the door, and it's a space that's bigger on the inside. And it looks like a real high quality call center. There's like probably 15 desks with computers and everything. And then kind of one desk up front. But, and there's like maybe 6 principals working at different workstations right now. And then there's one up front to greet you when you come in. I'll wait till Dave gets back because that's.
Oh, I could hear the whole time.
Oh, okay, great. So the principal is already standing, like at the front desk, and is standing there talking to someone. Turns around. This other man there is tall and impossibly handsome, slightly pointed ears, and a crown of holly. And the principal says, so what happened was, and we cut to credits.
So happy I'm wearing a mask. Hopefully he doesn't know who I am.
But there's so much more we could do, but we're out of time. And maybe when we get another intermission, we can have Dave back and see what happens next. So
That
I
would
love
be
it.
awesome.
Thank you all so much.
Since we did table the discussion on whether I was going to alter his brain in order
Yeah.
to communicate with his suit.
Let's make a note on your character sheet somewhere. Brain surgery ? So let's go around and tell the people where they can find you. Let's start with our special guest star this week, Dave, the alchemist.
Well, first off, thank you everybody for letting me come and be a weird golden wrench thrower. And cause trouble at your perfectly nice school.
Classic fictional device, the golden wrench thrower.
But you can find me on Twitter at CA Sith Lord, and I'm usually over at Happy Jacks, running or playing games. Currently now, there's a Cthulhu game that happens sometimes, but we're very close to the end. We're right near the end of our story there. And then I'm currently playing in Bill's space westerny Yuma Station game as the conspiracy theorist podcaster. It's having a lot of fun. But yeah, that's me.
All right, Joey.
Hey guys, I'm Joey. You can find me on Twitter at the Joey Nestra, also on the Face Bag. And yeah, this is the only thing I'm currently streaming at the moment. Hoping to open some more stuff later. But currently enjoying a lot of home games and getting reacquainted with that old chestnut of D&D, which is fun when you want that flavor, which sometimes you do. But yeah, keep an eye on the socials for more information, and also for hot takes about the X-Men and all the new Marvel stuff that's coming out, because I have a lot of opinions.
Excellent.
Miss Marvel.
Blythe?
Hi, I'm Blythe. I also have lots of Marvel opinions, but I have been slow to share them because spoilers, but I have lots of them if you want to hear them. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all under BlytheColin93. I am currently on Happy Jacks every other Monday with the game run by Emily Vanderwerf that is Stone Top. It is very adorable. There are fairy kings involved. It's delightful. So if you ever have a Monday free night at 7:30 p.m., come check it out. I think that is all I'm doing right now, other than this. So, come see your Saturday morning cartoons on It's Probably Okay.
Awesome. Pooja?
Hi, I am Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LADesigirl. That's LADESI girl. And pretty much everywhere else has Forgotten Saves. In addition to playing here, thanks to Jason being a very kind host, I am on Happy Jack's RPG in this Call of Cthulhu game, and then if our vampire game comes back at some point. And also on the 12-Sided Stories actual play podcast, which is a story-heavy, rules-light, like fully edited podcast. So and our second season of Unquiet Blood, which is a Vampire the Masquerade actual play set in this season is set in the 1970s.
It's so good.
The first episode of season 2 just dropped yesterday, so if you are into like the fun and like politicky kind of stuff,
and also roller derby, vampires and roller derby. You're burying the lead.
Yes, I play a gangrel who is really into hunting and roller derby. So we are there. It is, I think, a very different tone than a lot of other vampire games. So come expecting like strange, fun punk.
And also murder.
And well, yeah, it's vampire.
Yeah.
Like.
Cool. Anything else?
And that is about it for now. So thank you so much.
Great. And my name's Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. I've also been guesting on Happy Jacks. I was on a couple weeks ago. I'll be back this week, Monday night, with that the Yuma Station game with Dave. That's been fun because I'm playing somebody who totally believes Dave's character's conspiracy theories. So the last thing anybody like that wants is a true believer. And that's been a lot of fun. And then I'm streaming here 4 days a week. On Wednesdays, We Wear Death. Play games that are hard. I do die a lot. Friday Fly Day usually is No Man's Sky. We're sort of exploring maybe what's next. After a year of No Man's Sky Friday Fly Days, Sam and I are deciding whether we'll keep that up or do a different game or something. We're going to keep doing Fridays, but we might change up the format a little bit. So that'll be fun. Saturday mornings, we're here for role-playing games. Next week is the start of our Urban Shadows campaign, so keep an eye out for that. That's it's a darker tone, more kind of serious bent than Masks or some of those. So it is also kind of a political take. It is certainly PBTA's answer to World of Darkness. It's their take on it, except it's all mashed together. So like somebody could play the vampire or the werewolf or the wizard or the oracle or the mortal, or there's all those types of things mixed together. And it's all about the politics and debts and favors that are all through the city. So that's a lot of fun. And then on Sundays, if you can catch my developer's diary, we have about an hour at 7 p.m. Pacific time of Minerva Fox's art. And she's been working on Demigod's art that whole time, so it's super fun for me. And then we have half an hour or so of chit-chat time, and then around 8:30, I take over, and I call it my developer's diary. I'm just working on Demigods live, and people have given input and had lots of great ideas and shared and just hang out. That's nice too. So writing can be really lonely sometimes. So it's nice to have at least an hour where it's a kind of a social thing. So come and check that out. It's been really fun. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So thank you everyone so much for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you soon. Bye.
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 Bye.